Hello, and welcome.
It's just shy of 10 o'clock.
Just shy of 10 o'clock. I wanted to get it out there because I'm going to share this on other places.
All right, so good morning, everybody. We are back. It's our weekly edition, not daily. We used to do this daily. Now we're trying this weekly, so we don't bore people to tears with daily conversation. Weekly, we should be a lot more fun, hopefully.
Yeah, exactly.
So me personally, I'm coming off of a major pizza high from yesterday. Yesterday was a great day. Wednesday, February 9th. Whoever thinks about Wednesday, February 9th being a great day. Yesterday was a great day. Why? Because I went for pizza twice. Once was behind your back.
Yes. Well, not really, because
And once was with you. So yesterday, I started off for my lunch. I didn't plan it this way. It just happened to work out this way. I had to drop off a check at a school in New Rochelle. And I said, you know what? I'm going to have pizza twice today. I'm going to have pizza twice. I said, I know I shouldn't, but what is the expression? YOLO, you only live once, right?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the way I was thinking yesterday. I was like, all right, that's it. I know I'm going for pizza with Beth later on, but I have to have pizza for lunch as well because it was pizza day. So I went to Four Bros. I posted a video yesterday. Those guys never disappoint. Four Bros on Division Street in New Rochelle. Just outstanding pizza, really. If you haven't gone, you have to go. It's some of the best pizza in Westchester. Like I said, it can compete with places in New York City. The guys there are super nice. It's just a great spot. Dylan loves it. We all like it. I mean, but
yeah.
I used to go all the time, and since I've been trying to watch the pounds, I've scaled back significantly. I think they've noticed that I haven't really come there as often as I used to. They kind of they're still very nice to me, but they feel like I'm sort of left them, I think. But I said I haven't left you.
There's other places that you haven't gone to at all. Although you went there because of the weather. Poor Deanna's. That was our go-to place way back when, and he never goes to Deanna's anymore.
I go there I just don't go there for the pizza. But that's it.
He's a nice guy.
He's a very nice guy. Deanna's in their show. They're super people over there. But then for dinner last night, the missus indulged me. She knew it was pizza day.
even participated.
She even participated.
And usually
during the week. During the week, usually pizza is a no-no.
Right, because I usually Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays are my weigh-in days, so I like to do I weigh in Wednesday and then I weigh again Thursday and then I weigh again Friday. Today I didn't weigh in because I had a bunch of slices of pizza, but I'll weigh in tomorrow because I'm gonna have some chicken tonight.
So we went to Roma Restaurant in Tuckahoe, and I love that place. That is just old school Italian restaurant. The pizza there, again, fantastic. Very thin crust, right?
Mm-hmm.
We ordered two small pies, and I think the waitress at first was a little surprised, you sure you're getting two? And I'm like, yeah, we got to get this one and this one. And I think even in the kitchen, she said they questioned her that they were getting two pies for one table. So we do. I had to sample.
You need to taste different pies.
So
What's the problem?
We had the plain pie, and then we also had what's called a grandpa, not a grandma, a grandpa pie, which was excellent. So, two things: if you like pizza, and who doesn't, Roma is great. But also, even if you're not in the mood for pizza, this restaurant here, Roma Restaurant in Tuckahoe, I just love it. I just love the whole ambiance. It's that old school Italian type of no nonsense, good food. They're not there kissing. The service is good. They're very nice.
Really good.
But it's not over the top. It's it's just good, grounded people. Just
they've got the wood paneling.
Yeah,
it's got a 1970s vibe. It's good. I like it.
Other places that used to be the place that's no longer around that I used to love going to, Lincoln Lounge.
Yeah, that's been gone for a while.
There's another place that we haven't been to in a while that's also old school that we have to go, Lamonda's.
Yeah, I remember that.
In Tarrytown. So those are a couple places. I love those types of places. I really do. What was a place that we went? It's not Italian, but when I talk about old school, just very basic. What was the name of the cafe that we went to in Bronxville? Was it the Pondfield Cafe?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. That was a diner. That's diners, drive-ins, and dives kind of
I know, so I'm sort of just being random here, but I'm just thinking of places that, just go for the food. Don't get caught up in, all this atmosphere and stuff. You just, good service, good food, get in, get out is great. So, Pondfield Cafe in Bronxville. But Yeah, again, yesterday was a very successful pizza day. I was very, very happy. And I'm also very happy to report that this morning, even though I got on the scale, I really didn't gain any weight, which is good because I've sort of been ticking back up.
You gotta watch it, and that's the thing. I gotta see something, though. Is our sound working?
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, it is. The sound is working. I was a little nervous because we don't have many people commenting, and normally people are, like, chiming in. So if you had pizza yesterday for National Pizza Day, tell us where you went.
Yeah, let us know what you had.
We'd love to know what you had.
We can't be the only ones in Westchester or New York that had pizza.
But we did find, is it Dave Portnoy, right? Portnoy, yeah, whatever. He shared his list, the one bite, everybody knows the rules. Yeah. And it turns out we've been to 5 out of the 10 places on his list, which is pretty impressive.
We've been to 5. We've been to Sally's
in New Haven.
Sally's, Johnny's, DiLorenzo's. What are the other 2? Oh, Angelo's in Philly, and he's got one more that I forgot. Oh, how could I forget my favorite?
John's and Bleecker. Which was in the number 1 spot, right?
Well, he didn't rank them in order of his
no, he did Sally's. He didn't say it was his order of favorites?
DeLucia's in Raritan, New Jersey was his highest favorite.
Oh, the one in Robbinsville we also went to.
Yes, DiLorenzo's.
DiLorenzo's, which that was really good. Anyway, so that's enough of the pizza talk.
It's enough of the pizza. So we did our last show on Friday, right? So
yeah, we did.
After that, on Saturday, we went out to dinner in the city with some of our closest friends. We went to the city.
But before that, we tried to find... The thing that has been frustrating, our daughter just moved into the city, and the block that she happened to have moved in on, there's never any parking on that block. So if you have filled your car up with stuff to then move into an apartment, and then you can never find a parking spot, and the temperatures are like 20 below zero.
Not today, by the way.
Right, now today. It's beautiful. But
today would have been a beautiful day to move.
Yeah, unfortunately, the day that we decided to bring her in again, it was freezing cold. Darin had decided he found a spot closer to York Avenue, but that was like an avenue and a half away, and Becca and I are kind of spoiled, and we're like, we're not walking that far, dragging stuff all the way down the block, and it's freezing. So then he parked halfway down the block of the block she's living on, but he couldn't come out of the car.
But I couldn't leave the car.
So we had to start going back and forth and back and forth. So we did it, though.
So I started catching a little bit of shit from the 2 of you.
Yeah, because we were like, hey, thanks.
Thanks for helping. Thanks. I'm like, well, I can't help because I'm parked in a no parking spot. So there's nothing I can do.
I'll just carry this table by myself.
As opposed to if you let me park a block and a half away.
You would have been more helpful.
I would have been able to just leave the car, no problem. Right?
But it's okay. We made it, and her apartment's looking really cute. She's been doing a couple of updates. I actually like her, and her roommate are both artists. So it's kind of fun to see like the things that they've been doing. They actually had a really cool, ingenious idea and cost saving, like really smart. If there's contact paper now that you can put on your walls, it looks like wallpaper, but it's super easy to hang. So they found a checkerboard pattern, and they used it against their backsplash in their tiny, tiny kitchen, which at first was like gross, and now it's adorable. I mean, honestly, I got to find the photo she shared with me. It was the cutest thing ever with this one little, fix. I couldn't believe it. I got to find what she did.
It's funny that you used the word saving.
Well, what do you mean?
Because I think that's always been a point of contention between you and me over the years on the terminology that we use. So Beth will go out and she'll buy something.
Wait. Let me show you. How cute is that? Do you see it? It's a little glary. Oh, there it is. How cute is that? That was probably like $5. And look at that. Bam. Beautiful. Yeah. Very nice. Anyway,
so
go on.
Going back to what I was saying about terminology that we use and when Beth says about saving.
Yeah.
I kind of look at it when Beth has spent money on something in the past that I kind of view that we didn't need at all as spending money. Beth looked at it as like, I got this for 30 or 35% off, so she actually saved money.
Yes.
So it all depends on what your starting point is. Beth's starting point is that was going to be purchased.
That's a bargain.
That's going to be purchased no matter what. Therefore, I didn't spend this much, I'm going to spend this, therefore I saved. I looked at it as this is the starting point. You got over here, this is money you spent. So it's all,
I bought 2 rugs this week for like $40. 2!
Again,
2!
Again, that's to me that's money spent, not saved.
One was like a Ralph Lauren rug. It was really cute. And the thing is with rugs
one's in the den right now that Santana's enjoying.
Right, and I actually bought, you didn't know this, but I ordered on Amazon little rug pads that finally it'll stay in place so that you don't like step on the rug and go flying. Because that's the biggest problem is that you could get a rug and if you don't have a rug pad, you could really get hurt. So I got these little sticker thingies to put on the back of it, and now it's staying in place, which is why she can't move it. But the thing is, the problem that we have with our pets and rugs is that you have to pick the exact type rug that they can't rip apart. So I finally found something that works. So I was very happy about that purchase. But at the same time, I am cost conscious.
You are.
So like, there's like a pair of like blue suede little half boots that I've got my eye on from White House Black Market.
Got my eye on you.
I got my eye on it, but that's like $200, and I'm like, I'm not doing it for $200. I'm gonna wait until it goes down to like $120, and then I'm gonna be like, now I got a bargain.
That's your price point.
I'm like an auctioneer. I'm the opposite of auctioneer. I'm like, no.
I'm not spending more.
Not spending
going the other
two.
way.
But what's so interesting, and this is something we saw this week, but I didn't realize that it had happened actually back in January, and I probably was there that day. We live in Westchester County, and there's a mall, the Westchester Mall that I go to often.
Turns out it's not safe anymore.
It turns out that those luxury burglars, whatever, are now running into the Westchester Mall, and it's scary. And
the Galleria wasn't good enough.
No, they don't have like Louis Vuitton and Gucci and Burberry. So a couple weeks ago, I was with Becca at the mall, and we walked down, like, there's a floor where all the exclusive stores are, but you got to kind of walk through that to get to, like, Urban Outfitters, right? So I never go into Gucci or Louis Vuitton. Again, it's like, I've got a price point. I like the thrill of the bargain, and you're not going to get that at those stores. Well, sure enough, Rob Astorino, who it was a county executive several years back, posted on his Instagram this video of these crazy robbers going into Louis Vuitton, literally having a shoving match with the salespeople there, and they stole all this stuff. And then they went to Burberry and they stole stuff too. And you see the video of the security guard just looking at him.
Security wasn't hurt because they didn't do
anything. It was like, didn't do anything. And it was so upsetting. But then I realized when somebody finally said, oh, that was on January 22nd. And I said, we were there on January 22nd. And when I was there were a lot of police officers there. There were the dogs, everything. And I'm wondering, and I was just like, oh, I wonder what's going on. Maybe they got a tip. Little did I know. I missed the whole thing.
You were there during
the robbery.
The biggest event at the Westchester Mall since its opening. You were there and didn't even know.
I totally missed the whole damn thing. So thank God. I mean, not that and I keep saying to Darin, I never would go in those stores anyway, so it really wouldn't matter. It gets lost on me. You know, You just
don't even focus on it?
My stores are Michael Kors, White House Black Market, Ann Taylor, and Loft. Those are my four core. Those are my core. And then Sephora. My core four, and Sephora, and of course Nordstrom's. Gotta love a good Nordstrom's. You know, again, another sale if their shoes are on sale or something like that. But those are I'm in that pool.
Not me. I haven't gone shopping in years pool.
Well, but the other thing too is I think I would be beside myself.
This is my This is my wardrobe.
But this is a White House Black Market that I actually got on sale with a pair of matching jeans. But anyway, I would kind of lose it if let's say I got a wallet from Louis Vuitton or a bag or whatever, and then let's say I get one of those suitcase thingies and we go on a plane, and if I lost my luggage, I would be heartbroken. Right?
Yeah.
Right? So our luggage is crap.
Right.
So
that's why we buy shitty things.
Right. So if we lost our luggage, I'd lose my clothes and I'd get the money back, but it would kill me that we had an expensive suitcase and I lost it. Right. So it would be very bad. In fact, I almost lost these pretty earrings because they didn't have the back on it, but it turned out I found it. So I was happy.
You have a history of losing a couple of pretty.
I lose things.
You know, we're not going to go. We'll go into it another time.
Yeah, exactly. I do lose things.
Yeah,
it's
all right. But we were saying before, we went into the city, helped move Rebecca in after the parking fiasco. Then we went out to dinner with our best friends. And one of the things I think we learned from the experience, not necessarily our friends, is that when you have a great experience at a restaurant the first time, sometimes, at least in this environment right now, the second time you go is always as good as the first time.
Nope.
And it was still very good. The restaurant was good. The restaurant was good. What was the name of it? I'm going to say it.
Tosca.
We went to a place called Tosca in Manhattan. The food was good. Beth and I went for the first time, I don't know, maybe 6 to 8 months ago, and we loved it. And then we decided to go back again to meet our friends this past Saturday. And we sat downstairs at a square table, which was a mistake. We should have been at a round table because we couldn't hear each other. And then the server that we had, for whatever reason, I don't know, was just over the top, just really intrusive. Like, it was just a bad serve. He tried to be, he was just way too present the entire time, over the top.
Like, I think he wanted to sit down and start eating with us.
Yeah, like, it was uncomfortable at a certain point, and it was really upsetting because we hadn't seen each other in a while. We wanted to, make this a great dinner experience. We still had fun because, anytime we're with them, we have fun. And the food was good, but it was, it wasn't great. But the service really, it messed things up that night.
It did. And then he was an upseller.
Yeah.
He was a shifty upseller. So, a lot of times, we were just going to order each of us, like, glasses of wine. And he goes, oh, no, get the bottle.
He was right. No,
he was right about that. But then it came time for the second round. And really, at that point, we should have just gotten a bottle. I mean, a glass.
Because we weren't going to finish an entire bottle.
Right. And he came back and brought another bottle.
Yeah.
And it was like,
And then on top of that, like, a couple people, your order didn't even come. Some people ordered steaks, and then all of a sudden they just kept bringing out steak after steak after steak. I'm like, this person didn't order a steak, this person didn't order a steak, this person. So I don't know why you just keep bringing out steak. Whatever. It was still a fun night, but we realized this is not the first time that we've gone to a restaurant where we absolutely loved it the first time. And the second time, for whatever reason, just sort of fell short of expectations.
I know, and like the first time we were at a round table, then this one we were at a long, so then I didn't get a chance to talk to, like...
That's something in terms of planning that I honestly...
We gotta always ask for a round table.
I don't even pay attention to that stuff, and it should. Like, when you go with a larger party, whatever, we had 9 of us. Mm-hmm. You really do. You need a round table.
Not even question.
No, you really do, because they can't hear anybody at the end of the table. It's frustrating for everybody.
So next time, we're not going to say, hey, I love this place. Better off going to a new place or just saying, give me a round table.
Right. Exactly. You always set up for failure when you tell a bunch of people how much you love a place. I really do.
And then it was like, I felt so bad I failed, because I was the one who was like pushing on this place, and
You didn't fail, it's just they failed us.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. It's okay.
It happens.
All right. I have this question.
Yeah.
For 2 parts. Let's see how good you are. This Sunday is what?
Super Bowl.
All right.
Or the big game. All right. So I can't say, the big game?
Yes.
Okay.
First, Tommy, do you know who's playing in the Super Bowl?
Yes, I do.
All right. Who's playing in the Super Bowl Sunday?
The Green Bay Packers.
No!
The Cincinnati Bengals?
Yes, the Cincinnati Bengals, yes.
Not the Packers?
No, not the Packers. Bengals versus who?
Bengals versus the...
Come on now.
Oh, come on now. Now I thought it was the Packers. Damn. Well, it's not the Patriots. It's not the...
This is how Beth gets it. Beth goes out by elimination. You were so... I really
thought it was the Packers.
It's good to get the Bengals. That's good.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Santana. Versus the... Give me a first letter.
R.
R?
Yes, I'm going to give it to you. The Rams.
Oh, I never would have gotten
that.
The
Bengals versus the Rams.
The Rams?
Yes.
I didn't even... Oh... Right. Don't ask me to name a player because I don't know anyone.
No, I'm not going to... Trust me, you can get both teams. I'm not going to ask you to name any players.
Well, but I have to tell you, I've already started watching the Super Bowl commercials because I have friends, in the PR world that are actually handling the campaigns for the Super Bowl commercials. So my friend David Thalberg posted something that was really funny with Ty Burrell for something like Greenlight. It was some savings kind of app. It's really a funny commercial. And then my other friend, Jane, is at a company called Hologic that does, it's like cancer screenings. So they have like some sort of celebrity thing that they're doing too. So they've got a Super Bowl commercial coming. That's my favorite, really.
I don't really, I'm going to watch the game because that's what you're supposed to do on Super Bowl Sunday. You're supposed to watch the game. But I really want to start thinking about what we're going to have here for food on Sunday.
Because we're not invited anywhere.
No.
We got no prospects.
It's okay.
Yeah,
we don't need to be invited anywhere. We're going to hang out here, and we're going to...
I got to make you wings.
And we're going to have apps.
Right, I'm going to make you wings.
Oh, I love the wings.
I make good wings in the air fryer.
Yes, you really do.
That.
Those are excellent. We got to think of, like, stuff
that's... shrimp and cocktail sauce.
Perfect. I like it. Other stuff that's relatively diet friendly. Like I'm not gonna like.
Can make chili, maybe.
Ooh, did you just say it? Chili done?
Yeah.
Promise.
Well, yeah. I mean,
promise.
Okay.
I love it. That's it.
That's it.
We have the menu set now for Sunday.
I gotta go shopping, but
we gotta
okay.
go wings, chili, and shrimp cocktail. Right? We're good.
And then I'll get you some like low carb chips.
Low carb chips. Those
Quest chips.
The Quest chips. Have anybody ever had those Quest chips? They're actually pretty good.
They are good.
Pricey as shit though. I mean, those things are expensive.
All the keto stuff is like really
my God.
like super pricey. They know they've got you, but I kind of feel
really
like it's gonna eventually. It's because you know what's interesting? You start seeing even like Kellogg's is getting in on the deal. They're finally realizing that we got to get in on this game. So they started to have like high protein cereal. You're going to start seeing the major brands totally making a play for this like low carb thing. Because it used to be fat free and they finally realized that was the wrong way to go.
Fat free bullshit.
Fat free made you fatter because of the sugar. Always
the
watch the sugar count. Because even if it has low in carbs, if the sugar's high, that's also a problem. So it's,
all of this stuff is so expensive. I mean, it's
pricey to stay thin.
It is. It's expensive. The question.
It's much cheaper to be like
the Built bars, right?
Built bars are pricey. The schoolyard snacks, the Quest bars,
they're all expensive.
Everything's expensive.
Again, those Quest chips are really good. So whatever.
And then I got you. Yasso. That was another one. My friend Toby Amador, who is a nutritionist who I love, she's written a ton of books, and she always raves about the Yasso frozen yogurt bars, but now they had one that was like it looked almost like, what were they, like little truffle kind of things. It looks like a chocolate covered ice cream thing, and it was $60, 60 calories a serving.
That's what those are, the Yasso?
The Yasso, those were delicious.
Good. Those are wow, those are
See,
really
like
good.
all this I'm a plethora of information.
Yes, but I could. That stuff was good, I have to say. I was skeptical first. They're delicious.
You just gotta be careful because 60 calories for one, so only have
Watch
2.
Out.
Don't have 4.
Okay,
you don't want to go overboard.
I get it. Okay.
But it does taste really good.
I've been very good watching what I'm eating.
You are being very good. It's because also you've had your issues with your joint stuff, and you're having to take medication.
By the way, I just want to report. I just came back from the doctor the other day. My numbers are a lot better. They're reducing my levels on the prednisone, which I'm happy about. So that means less anger issues for me. Not completely, just a little less, because the prednisone, which I expect that, seems to make me angry. But it's coming down a little bit.
And the big thing with prednisone too, it does also lead to weight gain. So he's been very good about watching himself, and I think that's
the force is real. It's
not easy.
But I'm trying.
I'm very proud of you.
So that's excellent. I'm glad about Sunday. We also have on Monday. God, there's like a lot of stuff going on.
What's on Monday? I don't even know what it is. What? Oh, Valentine's Day. What's Monday?
Oh my God.
Funny.
Are we gonna go out? We're sort of like each year we kind of like we either do or we don't. Like Valentine's Day.
Remember when we went to Valentine's Day in a snowstorm? We were like the only ones there. We felt bad because we had made a reservation. We didn't want to blow them off.
That was a great Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that was at Zupa in Yonkers.
Yes, Zupa in Yonkers. We went a couple years ago. This was pre-pandemic, right?
Yes.
And it was a blizzard out, and we have reservations. Should we still go? Like, yeah, we should still go because it's Valentine's Day, and we made a reservation. That wouldn't be nice to the restaurant, so we went. Glad we did. First of all, Zupa in Yonkers is phenomenal.
Yeah, excellent.
Never been. And it was nice going to the restaurant, and they were fantastic. The service was great. That's a place we need definitely to go back. That's a place that we've been to many times, and consistently, they've always been excellent.
So we could check out their Valentine's menu, possibly.
I'm trying to think of other places that we've been to for Valentine's.
Well, when we used to live in the city, or, my favorite was One If by Land, Two If by Sea. It's still around. It's still there.
Yes.
That was, like, the most romantic. There was that other French place, Denal, but that went out of business. And then there was that place, The Terrace, and I think that went out of business too. That was an amazing one. But there were certain places in the city that were like the most romantic. And
you're naming a lot of high-priced places, by the way.
Well, because I'm worth it. I mean, we even went there in our 20s when we had no money. It was like that was the the aspirational.
Now we're in our 50s and still don't have any.
Right, we don't go to places like that. It's more like let's not go on Valentine's because it's going to be too expensive. So we'll pick a different place. But
speaking of expensive, I don't know if you're paying attention to this.
Yeah, the prices are going up.
Inflation is just out of control. I mean, I think the latest number is 7.5% year over year. I don't know what's included in the index anymore. It used to be food, energy, excess, whatever. It doesn't even matter. Bottom line is prices are through the roof. And to me, the biggest indication that inflation is finally engulfed all of us, what to me was the biggest indicator? When I went to lunch the other day at Remy's and they posted a sign on the door, and it's not their fault, they have to, basically said, please know all of our prices have increased, so please pay attention when you go to pay at the register that you're not shocked that we've increased prices. This is my boys at Remy's in New Rochelle. They haven't had a price increase in God knows how many years. They should. Again, no problem. They absolutely need to. I was surprised that they didn't do it sooner, but yeah, Remy's posted a little sign on the front door. All of our prices have gone up. It's yeah. Fed, the rates are going to be going up very shortly. The Fed's going to be tightening. So.
Thank you, Alan Greenspan.
That's your.
Is he even gone? Is it
Alan
somebody
Greenspan's been gone for a long time. It's Powell, right? Is that who the Fed chairman is now? Stuff I used to be so in tune with that I've sort of lost touch with over time. But I believe it's Powell.
Okay, well, another piece of news. You talk about food. The piece of news that I've been reading about, and this is so interesting, Peloton, which I was an early adopter.
Yes, you were.
I am the type of person that when I tell you should go and get this thing, I get it before anybody else gets it. Or I'm like the 10th person that gets it. So Peloton, I was an early adopter, and I loved it. I was hooked. I never went to the in-person classes. I gravitated toward Jen Sherman and Dennis Morton because they're the ones who are the older ones and they play all of the songs that I like. And I was really loving it. And there was a point where I was so obsessed with it that I wanted to be a publicist for Peloton. And I remember reaching out to a person who was working with them. He was at an outside agency. And I saw a job come up as a publicist, and I said, I want to go for it. And I sent in my resume, and I didn't hear back. And then I finally followed up with him, and he said, yeah, well, you're too senior for it. Yeah. I mean,
is that the word they use?
Yeah, you're too senior. Right. Eventually, they hired someone who came from Instagram, Hearst Instagram, and then there. So it's no, if I had
ageism sucks.
Ageism really sucks. And I was kind of annoyed too because every time, I was obsessed with Jen Sherman, and as a publicist, I felt like I could totally see her on all the talk shows. They would love her. She would be great. And they never booked her. They always booked the younger ones. They always booked the ones that I don't remember their names. It was annoying, really frustrating. Well, it turns out they had, obviously a series of bumps and bruises this year that show, and just like that, and whatever, the Sarah Jessica Parker thing, the Sex and the City spinoff. Big was riding his Peloton, and he dropped dead after riding the Peloton, and Peloton didn't realize that that's how the Peloton was going to be used. And then, of course, Chris Noth got, they tried to do a funny ad about it, and then it turns out all these sexual assault charges get labeled at him, and so he was canceled. So that was bad. And then the show Billions did the exact same thing. Another character had a heart attack on the Peloton. I don't know if he died. I don't think he did. But anyway, and they got really mad because they never even approved him to allow that.
It's a show I don't watch anymore.
Right. So now they just, their CEO is stepping down. He is now going in some executive role. They laid off 2,800 employees.
At Peloton?
At Peloton yesterday. And
the severance... I didn't realize they had 2,800 employees.
They were growing. They went, I think they're traded on the stock. I don't know. Anyway, they, it turns out that, you know what they gave severance to their employees?
A bike.
No, a free year of membership to Peloton. Is that the worst? You lose your job, and they're like, "Oh,
you got a free membership.
We're going to give you a free not even the bike.
That's terrible.
Free membership." And so I guess I was reading that the Peloton staffers, they're so committed to each other. They created a spreadsheet that recruiters can access in order to hire them, because now all these people are out of work. So if you want to hire them, there's some spreadsheet that's going around with them. 2,800 people. But here's the thing. If they had Beth Feldman as their publicist, just saying, the whole thing with Chris Noth and Billions never would have happened. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
If Sex and the City spinoff wants to go and use a Peloton in the show, Well, let's see. The brand integration price of that would be a 7-figure deal. So you need to pay us X for that, and we need to approve the script before we even agree to this little scenario. So Peloton never looked at the script, never even knew. So whoever was doing PR did not even think that that would be an issue. Billions went ahead and just, did it themselves. Again, it was sort of like, you're not supposed to do that. When I had worked at a TV network, you used to see things like brands that would cover over the name of the brand, because if a Coca-Cola can was in a show,
Mm-hmm.
you were paying Coca-Cola to use your can. In a movie, if you see something that's a brand, they're paying to be in that. They're paying the brand.
Paying for your cans.
They're paying for your cans. So all this stuff was like the Wild West, and that was how that happened. My other thing, again, I'm going to get off my soapbox in a second. The other thing that I would do, I would have booked the hell out of Jen Sherman and Dennis Morton on all those talk shows, because people who are our age watch those shows. We're the ones with the disposable income. We love those people, and yet they bury them, and they think that nobody's going to care. Just put them up in a storage room.
Dennis Morton is my man crush.
Exactly. So if I was running the PR show, things would have been a hell of a lot different, and 2,800 people may not be out of work right now.
You know what Dennis Morton always says, by the way, since you mentioned him? He says that he makes suggestions, but that I make decisions.
I like that.
I like that.
That's
Dennis
so
Morton.
Now, I'm kind of flirting with tonal. I am. Serena Williams is doing tonal, all these big athletes, and a friend of mine is like an executive producer behind the scenes. You know her.
You know why we're still going to use Peloton, though?
Because we're paying for it.
Because we have the damn bike upstairs.
We have it upstairs.
That's why.
We have it.
All
But
right.
I'm just saying, tonal, I'm intrigued. That's all I got to say.
All right.
So now I'm off my soapbox.
We'll be sticking with Peloton for
Okay.
a while. Couple of things. It was sad what you told. I just read it this morning too about Bob Saget.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
it's terrible. Like we knew he passed away, but the circumstances, right?
They said he like bumped his head and he just went to bed and he didn't realize he had a brain bleed. I mean, that is just tragic. That's so awful.
It is. Yeah, that is real. That's terrible.
Can you imagine? I mean, how many times have you banged your head hard and then you're like, I'm just gonna go to bed? Like I can't even. Totally.
Yeah. No. I mean, you can't play Monday morning quarterback, but anytime you get something to the head, you got to be really careful. I mean, no matter what it is.
Yeah, but you don't. Oh, please! No, I can't tell you how many times I banged my head.
Well, it depends on the extent
things.
of what happened. Like if he bumped his head, but it sounds like something maybe a little bit more severe than that happened. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
If he fell down.
Well, he fell. They said he hit his head and then he fell down. So yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but then he went to bed. Oh,
whatever.
I don't know. It's so sad.
God forbid if anybody ever hits their head.
Go to the doctor.
Go to the doctor.
Get it checked out.
It's Robert Wagner's 92nd birthday today. 92 years old, Robert Wagner.
Is he the one with the battery? Knock the battery off my shoulder?
Is that? No. Is that?
Yeah,
no.
and Wonder Woman.
No, Robert Wagner's not Wonder Woman.
I thought he was like the...
He's into that show Heart to Heart, right? Remember that?
Yeah, that was him.
And he was also in Austin Powers. Robert Wagner's been in tons of stuff.
Yeah.
But the stuff that Robert Wagner, unfortunately, to this day, I don't know if it's ever been settled, is what his involvement was in the death of Natalie Wood.
Oh, I watched that. I watched the documentary. He got cleared.
What's your conclusion? I don't know. There's always going to be this
speculation that she was having either an affair with what's-his-face, Christopher Walken. They were on the boat together.
That's right. It was Christopher Walken.
They were on the boat together, and they did have a fight, and she was either inebriated or something. And the thing is, did she fall overboard? Like, that was the question of it. And she always had a fear because she did not know how to swim. So she always had a fear of drowning, which is so, so she was whatever, she saw into the future. But according to his daughters and his stepdaughters or whatever, they all believe him. They don't believe that he had anything to do with her untimely death.
It's going to be like one of those things.
That was a good documentary.
We will never, ever know, right?
Yeah.
Some things will just be go to the grave with them, so to speak.
One of the many things that I've binged over this last several years. Incidentally, we just finished Yellow Jackets. Oh my God, disturbing.
Disturbing. Which
so
reminds
good.
me, if anybody out there has any suggestions for us to
we're now we need to know what
really,
to watch now.
Yeah, we're really scraping along the bottom here for things to watch. It's
Yeah, yesterday's I didn't like that.
I thought you did like it. I thought
It's okay.
Search Party or something.
Search Party. It got like 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, higher than Ozark, which I don't believe.
I'm starting to lose faith in Rotten Tomatoes.
No, I don't know who Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't know what's going on with the Rotten Tomatoes rating system. I don't get it.
No, I don't like it either.
So, but if anybody out there has any suggestions for us for shows to binge watch, we really appreciate it.
Yeah, we need it because we're now that Yellow Jackets was totally disturbing.
And on a last note, on a happy note, there was a crocodile in Indonesia that had a tire around its neck for 6 years. And they finally were able to capture the crocodile and get the tire off his neck. And if that doesn't make you feel good, I don't know what will.
Well, and considering I've been obsessed with The Amazing Race this year, that would have been a good challenge.
To get the tire,
off the crocodile's neck.
That should be.
Okay, teams.
I want you to call Phil.
I'm going to tell them.
And tell them that is the...
Get the tire off the crocodile. Well, I'm watching the episode that ran yesterday, and like the first challenge was they had to eat a piece of cheese that had live maggots in it. I probably would have been like, we're done here. We're going to just fly home.
That is actually... somebody mentioned that not too long ago on a food group. That's called. I forgot what that's called. I think my friend Kenji is the one who mentioned it.
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting. It's very dangerous.
But they had all the teams. Like that was the first challenge. They had to eat a piece of cheese with maggots on it.
Yeah. No thanks.
Yeah,
I'm out.
I'm done here. I can't do it.
And speaking of out, we are past our time.
Yeah, we are.
So
we ran past the goal right now.
So I think next week we'll be back probably on Friday.
Yes, and hopefully people will comment. I don't know what happened today.
I don't know.
I think the broadcast was kind of spotty. I felt it. I saw it going in and out. So
Whatever.
I don't know what happened.
We were talking to each other.
We were. We always have stories to share. That's and as we head into Valentine's Day, I think that's what is nice about our relationship is that it doesn't matter how many years we're together. We still enjoy each other's company. We make each other laugh. We like to do things together, and and now
we have our share of fights.
We fight. We fight.
But yeah, it's why we do this. It's fun.
This is how we work out our issues. And,
is that how we work it out? All right, it's good to know. On that note, everybody have a fantastic Super Bowl weekend. I hope you guys do something fun, eat a lot of good food, watch a good game, drink a couple of beers, whatever it is you're going to be doing with some friends, family. Have a great time. Have a good Valentine.
The Bengals and the Rams.
Have a good Valentine's Day. Just make it a fun, nice long weekend, everybody.
All righty.
All right. Take care.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.